back to another series of talking points. And for those of you who have seen the series before, you'll notice that we're doing things just a little bit different this time. So we're now going to stream live across all of the Wealth Masters Club online platforms every Tuesday and every Thursday at 11 a.m. Of course, we're a little bit excited this week for waiting for Thursday. So now you'll get a Wednesday and a Thursday this week. So make sure every week you have your coffee ready and follow the notifications to our live stream. Now, each video, what we're going to do is we're going to limit it to only 10 minutes, where we're going to ask each guest 5 questions around a specific topic. So it's going to be a lot of information to get through a short amount of time, and I can see the clock is already ticking, so I'm not going to waste any more of it. Now, today's guest is absolutely no stranger for those of you who are part of the Wealth Masters Club channels, or if you've been to one of our webinars or seen one of our seminars. It is, of course, Mr. Johannes Maree, who is the CEO of Destinata Capital. Welcome, Johannes.
Hi, Damien. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you for the time. Now, I'm going to dive straight into the first question, and I'm asking what I think a lot of people may be wondering. What is a Section 12J investment?
Okay, so a Section 12J investment is an investment fund that focuses on investing in the South African economy, and especially in the SME sector, and with the added incentive that the investor gets a 100% tax deduction on the investment amount.
Amazing. And Johannes, in the last webinar that I was with you on, you mentioned a smart loan. Now, could you tell us a little bit more about what the smart loan is and how it works?
Okay. The smart loan is something that we've developed to assist our prospective investors from a cash flow point of view. It's especially applicable to salaried employees who pay their pay as you earn throughout the year, as it gets deducted from their pay slips every month. So typically, you need to make the investment before the end of the tax year, but the tax season only opens in July, so a couple of months later, and that's typically when you would submit your assessment to SARS, and then you would normally claim your Section 12J deduction, and then you get some tax back from SARS. So the smart loan is to help bridge that period. So typically what would happen, if I'm an investor, I want to make an investment before the end of the tax year, I can purchase a portion of my Section 12J shares, and obviously linked to the shares is that 12J deduction. I can purchase a portion of that on loan. Then in July, when I submit my assessment, I can now claim a larger Section 12J deduction than I would have been able to if I only took my cash portion of the investment. So now being able to claim a larger deduction, I'm getting a larger tax benefit, so a larger refund from SARS if I'm in that position. That refund can then be used as a down payment on the loan account. So essentially, I'm sitting in a position where I've been able to purchase a bigger asset. I've borrowed the capital to do it, and then when I get my tax back, I can bring that loan account down with that refund. So I've created this equity for myself, meaning that the asset is now worth a fair bit more than the loan outstanding. In order to qualify for that, you still need to go through the normal credit process. We've partnered with the company who have got a credit provider license, so all the typical NCR regulations and rules apply.
And then, Johannes, now who can qualify for a smart loan? Is it anybody on the street? Is it only specific people, specific companies? Who are the right people here?
Okay, so I think first of all, just to go to the point of who can invest in 12J, it's any South African taxpayer, so whether it's an individual, whether he is a salaried employee that pays pay as you earn, or whether it's a provisional taxpayer, it doesn't matter. It can be a company, it can be a trust. So if you are a potential S12J investor and you qualify for the loan, on the normal credit provision terms and conditions and requirements, then you can qualify for a smart loan.
Amazing. And then Johannes, now obviously every investment has its pros and cons. What are the risks involved in investing in a Section 12J investment?
Okay, so the risk is very much tied to the underlying assets in the fund. So you need to look at where does the Section 12J fund deploy the capital to. I mean, there are funds out there that deploy their capital to computer program developers, etc., or IT companies. Um, Specifically with Destinata Capital, we focus on investee companies where we believe we've got strong assets on the balance sheet. So to use an example, 63% of the fund is deployed to hotel apartments, specifically in the Cape Town and the Waterkant areas, Cape Town CBD and the Waterkant. It's typically areas that have been very resilient in upticks and downturns in the property market. So we view those as fairly low risk. Then we also focus on asset rental companies, renewable energy companies, but also following a asset rental type model where we own the equipment and rent it out or lease it out. And then we also invest in security companies. And the reason why I say, because it might sound strange when I say security companies in the same breath as those others, the reason why I also view a security company as something with a strong balance sheet is the fact that you've got a client book of armed response clients, and they typically run on a debit order. So it's fairly easy to plan your cash flows and profitability, etc., seeing that you start with a certain base income every month through that debit order.
Fantastic. And then, Johannes, we've got about 2 minutes left. When someone invests in a Section 12J and they use the smart loan function, how do they then pay back that portion that they've now got on top of their investment? Can you just give us a quick, brief explanation of how that process works?
Yeah, so obviously when you get your tax deduction in July, August, that refund that you receive from SARS, you will use that to make a down payment on the loan account to reduce that significantly. And then over the period of the loan, it can be done in monthly installments, very much the same as with any type of financing arrangement. But remember, the key thing is here, your assets will be worth more than your loan because you've subsidized your asset with the tax portion. So you're earning dividend income and capital growth on the full asset, but you're sitting with a partial loan, seeing that you were subsidized through your tax refund.
Wow. Okay. I think it all sounds quite exciting. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to find out more or get more information. How can they go about getting in touch with Destinata Capital to set up a consultation possibly and have a one-on-one just to understand their tax situation and how 12J or Smartloan will work? How do we get in touch?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I think that is definitely the way to do it, because it's a mouthful of information that we've just gone through. So it is best to discuss with one of us. To speak to me in Cape Town, if you're from the Cape Town or Western Cape area, 021-851-3590. You can email us at info@destinatacapital.com, or you can visit the website www.destinatacapital.com. Or otherwise, if you're from the Gauteng area, also the same email address and website. But the person to speak to there will be Cassie Henning.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Johannes. You've really given a great lot of information today. We will put up all those details on the link below the video, so make sure you check that out. If you want further information or if you can't get in touch, please visit www.wealthmastersclub.com. And on the contact page, you can contact services@wealthmastersclub.com and we will help you out there. We'll be with you every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 o'clock, so make sure you've got your coffee ready and follow us online for some more great content every week. Bye-bye.